Hi landlords, welcome to Monarch's February newsletter for 2026. Let's talk about a few important points that are coming up this month of February. Most important, again, another reminder, 1099s have been going out, they're being mailed by the CPA, and the information was the information on your W-9. We had a few landlords that the IRS rejected their 1099 due to something different between the way the taxes were filed the previous year and the information we have. So if you are one of those landlords, we are currently emailing you, calling you to have that information corrected. Otherwise, all the 1099s are good to go and the CPA has been mailing them out. Then let's talk about our new software, RentVine. So our goal is to pay you on time this month of February and also provide you with your statement. There is a lot of learning, and like everything that it's new, it is a learning curve and we ask for your patience. In the long run, it is an improvement. And a very costly one. So we want it to be better for you, the landlord, the tenant, and ourselves. At this time, you should be receiving, if you haven't already, your invitation to log into your portal. It is important that you do that. And when you do that, verify a few points on this portal. Number one, your name, your address, and your contact information. Two, and very important, is your banking information. All this was ported over from the previous software into the new software. We want to make sure that it ported accurately. And the most important one is your banking. If you need to make any changes, you are welcome to do so yourself. Or if you need help, just call the office and we will gladly help you. And you should be seeing your statements on your landlord portal, and then they should be available at any time for you to view. And I will give you more information as we learn, and we are in the process of learning this. Second, it's work orders. At this moment, work orders are going through RentVine, and we're learning this process. It is much nicer because it emails the landlord and the tenant and the vendor, and it keeps everybody in the same message. Also, it allows you to respond and adds your notes to the work order so that everybody knows what's going on and accepts the approvals. Pretty soon, and this is going to be starting the second week of February, we're going to be working with a company called Vendoroo. This is another very expensive project that it's going to be 24/7 troubleshooting of work orders, trying to eliminate having to call contractors, and also when we do have to call contractors, being able to follow up more with the contractors and the tenants on a timely basis. And the most important part is that it's 24/7. And right now we're in the process of learning and training. So the training part is assigning the preferred vendors for certain homeowners to the properties and who to call in case of an emergency first and who second, and when to ask for approvals, etc. So this is another ongoing project. In the long run, once all the systems are in place, I think you will be very happy, and I hope I am too. Then we are in the process of having more in-house agents to show properties. With the new software, we are receiving, in just the last few days that we implemented the software, we are receiving an enormous increase in rental leads. So hopefully this will help us with all the marketing that we do to rent your properties. I don't think there's another company in town that does more marketing for rental properties than we do. The goal is to get those properties rented and minimize the loss of income for you. Let's talk a little bit about numbers. So you're going to see with this video, either it's going to be at the end of the video or it might be on a separate attachment on your owner portal. We're going to attach the market update, the data information that closed in December, and then some very important information about the population and the economy of Las Vegas, that it's very interesting if you have time to look at it. The second part is what's happening in a snapshot in Vegas. So we have a 5.6% unemployment rate at this moment. The median house price has dropped to $479,000. The average age of a first-time home buyer, it's 39 years old. And those are reasons that have impacted our market. Let's talk about sales. So today, in January, we have 5 months of inventory for condos, townhouses, and homes. Currently, we have 6,396 homes available for sale and 2,523 condos and townhouses. So it is a buyer's market. There is a lot of inventory and a lot of choices. Then I told you about the median price, that it has decreased. And let's talk about rents. So rents, this is the 5th month in a row the rents are down. It is down 15%. And I just spoke to the treasurer from our association to confirm the numbers, because not all of our data in our association is focused on the rental market. So we have to do a lot of the legwork to figure out the numbers, plus what we see on a day-to-day basis. We have suggested to many of you to keep your current tenant if you have a good tenant and if you're getting a decent rent amount. Because once the property goes on the market, it's averaging about 60 days to rent at a fair market value. And most likely that is going to be lower than you're currently receiving or that you were receiving because of the decrease in rent. Again, we have a lot of competition on the rental market, not only on those thousands of apartments that are brand new with lots of incentives, but also we have 2,500 homes in January for rent on the market and 1,500 homes, condos and townhouses on the market for rent. So there is a lot of choices. Tenants are being more picky as to what they want because there is a lot of choices, and they have a lot of choices of properties that have more upgrades, better appliances. So all of those things are taken into account when they're searching for properties. With our new software, we post in even more websites than we did before, and this is why we're seeing such an increase of rentals inquiries coming in. Another very important part is builders. Builders have reduced their sales price on an average of 30%, and they're offering massive incentives. So all of those things are affecting our market. Buyers are able to buy a little bit more now, so you have less people renting because they're able to be a first-time buyer. But this is how the market is. It always changes. Hopefully this information was helpful, and let's keep our fingers crossed that our transition is great, and that in March, when you see the March newsletter, you will be able to give me some good feedback of the new software. So have a great Valentine's Day month and week, and talk to you soon.